Hey Embers, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a brand new playthrough from me. This is the Forgotten City. Now I did a video on the Forgotten City on my channel quite a while ago analysing the food in this game, and for full transparency I have played this game a few times and platinumed it, but I absolutely loved it, so I really wanted to do a playthrough for you guys. Now for those of you who don't know, the Forgotten City actually started as a Skyrim mod, and I absolutely love Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls, you know that. I never had the chance to play the mod because I am a console player primarily. However, the mod was that popular that they made a full game out of the mod, essentially. And so now this is its own thing. It has nothing to do with Skyrim. This is set in ancient Rome, but there are a few secrets that we're going to discover along the way. So, welcome again to my newest playthrough. Let's get started. So we are of course going to go for a new game, and it says please help us avoid spoilers, dear content creators. As you'll discover, this game is full of intrigue and plot twists. Please give your audience a spoiler warning before sharing content from beyond the White Hallway, so that interested players can fully enjoy the experience for themselves if they wish to. Sincerely, the Modern Storyteller team. So this is your official spoiler warning. This game, as it says, has lots of twists and turns. I absolutely love it. There are also multiple endings, and I have no idea how our playthrough is going to go. I have experienced all of the endings for myself, of course, but I have no idea how it's going to go for us. One more note, I do have a new controller. I am recording, of course, on my PlayStation 5, so I hope that the sound quality is good. It's not the best microphone in the world on the PlayStation 5 controller, but hopefully you guys are okay with the sound. So yes, there will absolutely be spoilers for this game, but I would highly encourage you to play this game for yourself if you like it, because again, there are multiple endings. So let's go ahead and start a new game. The moon looks so beautiful.
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
So as you can see, this is very heavily, I think this was made in the Unreal Engine. It does look very much like Skyrim, but I absolutely love it. So let's select our body type. We have male or female, and we are going to go female here. Skin tone, I mean, I'm pale as anything, so we'll go for the palest colour, I think. And let's go ahead and call ourselves Ember.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
So this is where we can pick our sort of style. I will show you that in a moment. You don't get to pick too much. It's not a big character creator because you are always in first person. So we don't actually know what we look like. So we can pick, I was searching for ancient ruins, which makes us an archaeologist. Years of studying history give you occasional insights into the ancient world. We can pick, I was on a covert mission, which makes us a soldier. You have a military-issued firearm, but only 10 bullets. You'll have to use them judiciously, since there's no way to get more. We can say, I was on the run from the law, which makes us a fugitive. Your time on the run from authorities has made you quick on your feet, and you're 25% faster when sprinting. Finally, we can pick, I barely remember anything, which makes us an amnesiac. Your recent head trauma has increased your pain threshold, making you 50% harder to take down. Now, personally for me, the most exciting, I don't know if I've played as all four. Potentially, I can't remember what you needed to do to get the platinum for this game. But the one that excites me the most, of course, is Archaeologist. Years of studying history give you occasional insights into the ancient world. Now, you guys may or may not know that I studied medieval history for my master's degree. I am a historian, even though I don't like to say that I am, but I am a historian. And so this one definitely appeals to me the most. And it definitely helps you in the game, as you will see as we move forward, because again, our character knows a little bit more about what she's seeing versus the others. So we are going to go ahead and pick I was searching for ancient ruins.
Oh, you're an archaeologist? Then you'll definitely want to hear this. I don't know if it's exactly what you're looking for, but there are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped, or injured, or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him, so I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him? If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please?
And we can say, mind if I ask some questions first?
Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. What do you want to know?
So we can say, what's your story? Who is Al? Where are we? What can you tell me about the ruins, or have you tried calling for help? So let's start at the top. What's your story?
Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean?
And we can say, you're not even going to tell me your name?
Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
And we can say 3 things here. I'd really like to know, especially if I'm going to be helping you. Why don't you want to tell me? Or never mind, I don't care that much. So let's say, I'd really like to know, especially if I'm going to be helping you.
All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
We can say, well, thank you for saving my life, Karen. Why didn't you want to tell me your name? Or all those Karen memes have really ruined that name, huh? And I think we'll do the last one because it's quite funny. All those Karen memes have really ruined that name, huh?
Yeah, something like that. But right now, I have bigger problems, like finding Al.
So then we can say, who is Al?
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
Where are we?
You really don't remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber.
What can you tell me about the ruins?
Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al...
Have you tried calling for help?
What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
Okay, and that's all of the questions I had.
Great. So you're ready to go look for Al?
And we can say, all right, I'm in. I'm going in for the priceless artifacts, but I'll keep an eye out for him, or I'll pass. Now, I don't think that we are horrible, so we're going to say, all right, I'm in.
Thank you. The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Please, hurry. Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
So with that, we have a flashlight, a heavy-duty, battery-powered flashlight. Okay. So, as I have played this game before, I know that you can get through it fairly quickly, or you can take your time, and I think we are going to go ahead and take our time with this playthrough. So we can sneak, we can see some food there. I think I missed that, actually, when I was doing my video on the food in the Forgotten City and how accurate it was. I am primarily a food historian, so things like this fascinate me. I think I missed that in that video. So we can talk to Karen again, but I'm not sure she'll have anything else to say. So, it seems like there's only one way to go. So let's go ahead that way. We can raise our flashlight. Here we are. And this game can be a little spooky. I will say that. I don't want to spoil it too much, of course. But there are some spooky elements to this game. And there is a slight trigger warning for something that is coming up. Again, I don't want to spoil too much. But I will say, there is a trigger warning for, how do I say this without spoiling, a certain type of death. That's all I'm going to say. So we can indeed see some ruins. We can sprint, absolutely, we will do that. And there's not a huge amount to see in this introduction, so I'm going to get through it as quickly as possible. We can see here, building, we can lower our flashlight. I don't think we can go anywhere else minus that building. Can't remember if you can jump, but I don't believe so. Let's play about a little bit. Ah, here we go. So pressing triangle gets us to our quests. Main goals, quid pro quo. I was pulled out of a river by a young woman named Karen. In return for saving my life, she wants me to find a man named Al, who disappeared in some ancient ruins. So we are currently searching for clues. We have no leads. Complete, we haven't completed anything yet. And then in our inventory, we just have the flashlight and a denarius. A denarius, plural denarii, an ancient Roman coin made of silver. That of course, is a female on the coin, because I'm assuming it would be a male on the coin if we'd have picked to play a male. So what's this? A note on the door. Al's note. Let's go ahead and read that.
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place." Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation, or a warning. Al Worth.
So hopefully the sound quality is okay here. Now let's go ahead and view this statue. Let's inspect it. An ancient Roman statue of an unknown man in an inscrutable pose. One hand seems to welcome and the other warns. Oh, very ominous. I also noticed we could highlight the golden carafe here. The golden carafe fixed permanently in place. And we have the Latin plaque here. A Latin plaque which reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place." So Al already told us what was on this plaque, and I believe we may not have been able to read it for ourselves if we didn't pick archaeologist. But evidently we can read Latin. I can read and speak a little bit of Latin myself, but not too much. And we have this on the floor. Now this has all the makings of a trap to me, so let's see. Indeed, it does. Okie dokie. So I'm assuming we can't indefinitely breathe underwater, so let's get out of the water here. And let's go ahead and pop that flashlight on. So we are now underground. We have no way of escape now, so all we can do is move forward. Now I can't remember if there's anything to see around here, so I'll give it a quick look. We'll do a bit of a sprint. But again, I don't think there's anything to pick up. But I love exploring in video games and finding things, so again, this is going to be a little bit of a slower playthrough. Let's examine every inch of this game, and hopefully you guys like that. I just love exploring in video games. So we have some graffiti here. And we have the archaeologist's insight, which says, "Always remember, they're watching." So again, if we hadn't have picked archaeology, we wouldn't be able to read this. And again, there's a very spooky ambience for this game. So we have some statues here, which seem to be looking at us. So he's looking away. And is now looking towards us. That's nice and creepy. There's something about statues that really freaks me out. I blame the weeping angels in Doctor Who, personally. So we have another mosaic here. Should we have a look? An ancient Roman mosaic depicting a godlike figure turning a man into gold. Interesting. Now again, I'm going to try my best not to spoil this, because of course I do know a lot of the plot, but I had to play this for you guys. I love it so much. So we have a plaque here. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Sounds about right for real life, doesn't it? So again, we've got a bench here, but nothing of note, I don't think. So let's continue on. Can we go through this door? We can. We have a mysterious voice whispering to us. Feels like a horror game at times, this game. It really, really does. We have what looks to be more ruins. With potentially a well. Yeah, that looks like an abandoned well, maybe. Some tables. And a lot of statues around. So let's again continue on. Remember, we are searching for Al. And these statues, we have one here to inspect. A Roman woman who appears to be praying for help that never came. So let's now continue on. Oh dear. We have a golden statue that appears to have hung themselves. How could a statue possibly hang themselves? Well, it wanted us to look here at this inscribed stone tablet. So let's go ahead and take it.
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, that you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. In here, there are only two options: death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now. And find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
So, this is unfortunately Al. A golden statue of an old man wearing modern clothing. This must be Al. How is that possible? So all of the statues, the golden statues that we've been seeing, are evidently people. But why are they golden? It's been a while since I played this. Oh, right here. It's been a while since I played this, so I don't remember everything. There are some things I definitely don't remember, but I do, of course, know the answer to that question. But it's going to be really fun to play this again with you guys because... oh, that whispery voice. Because again, I can't remember everything. So what do we have here? We have a golden statue. A Roman man on his knees as if begging the gods, or his gods, for mercy. We have what looks to be a candle there. So I think the only thing left to do is head into this portal, but we have a skeleton here. The remains of a human, whoever it was, died a long, long time ago. So with that, I believe there's nothing to do but head into the ominous portal. Let's do it. I feel like I'm going through the Stargate. With that, we are into the past. So we have a relief here. A Roman relief depicting a great circular portal and two women. I wonder who they could be. And here we have some pomegranates, which I discussed in my food video. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but I'm really proud of that video. Some candles. And that seems to be everything in here. So let's head outside. Look how beautiful it is. And who's this?
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
So we have a few options here. I'm Ember and I've just come from the future. Wait, are you speaking English? Shrine of Proserpina? Or I'm Ember and I got lost? So, what should we pick here? We can't tell him we just came from the future. That would scare the ever-living heck out of him. Why don't we say, I think an archaeologist would say, wait, are you speaking English?
What? I'm speaking Latin. You are too, although your accent's a little strange. Oh, I see what you did there. Changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again. Who are you, and what were you doing in the shrine?
So let's ask about the Shrine of Proserpina.
Yeah, you know, agricultural goddess of springtime? You're not from around here, are you? And you've just done it again. You're a sly one, aren't you? One more time. Who are you, and what were you doing in that shrine?
So I feel like I'm going to have to tell the truth rather than lie here. I'm Ember, and I've just come from the future.
No idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you a bit, you know, not right in the head? That's all right, friend. Everyone's welcome here.
And I need to just check the sound. I think we should turn this up a little bit. So we can say, seriously, what's today's date? Or, thanks, I guess. And again, as an archaeologist, I think we'd say, seriously, what's today's date?
We sort of lose track of the date down here, but it feels like the beginning of spring to me, so I'd say early March?
What year?
It's 817 AUC. Sorry, you look confused. 817 years since the founding of Rome. Which part of the empire are you from, exactly?
And then we can say, that doesn't help me. Is this before or after Christ? We are an archaeologist, so we can say, so it's 65 CE. We can say, never mind, or of course I knew that. Now we might as well use our archaeologist insight and say, so it's 65 CE?
CE? No idea what you're talking about. But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
Your laws?
Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming?
So we can say, no thanks, I'll make my own way, or all right, lead the way. And again, I think we're going to be quite a nice character, so all right, lead the way.
Follow me. When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community now. Only 23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your pretty new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking her to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today Drinks at my bar for free tonight.
So we will talk to everybody as we go, but we can see more golden statues.
I'd stay clear of it and her if I were you. She's... it's not my place to say. Down on your right is our farm, where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. Huh. That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Ah, don't mind Livia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know what happened to her. Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the Forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Hilarious. You're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy. Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please.
So of course I'm being a little bit quieter for the talking. I want you guys to get as immersed as possible, so I am being a little bit quieter. So we can say, all right, lead the way. What's this about? Or I don't think so. What's this about?
I expect the magistrate wants to brief you about the Golden Rule. It shouldn't take too long. He's busy preparing for the election later today.
And I will say, all right, lead the way.
Follow me. The only thing you really need to understand right now is the Golden Rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the Golden Rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. He's up these stairs. What now?
So we can ask Horatius quite a few questions. So let's go ahead and do that before we meet the magistrate. What's your story?
I'm a legionary of the 1st Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughters. Daughter, I should say. And the others, and making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals.
How did you end up here?
I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing alright for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl, and pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People were screaming, trampling each other. Then some Genetricum fugitor tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labor does the body. That said, Sentilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit.
What can you tell me about the magistrate?
He's one of the better commanders I've ever had. That's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask for much more than that.
Fair enough. Do you know a way out of here?
I went around asking the same questions when I first arrived. Never did find a way out. But I learned how to accept my situation. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. That's from Seneca the Younger, if you're interested.
So it seems like he's a big fan of Seneca the Younger. Can I see the citizen register?
I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
Okay, so we have here a register of each person in the city in alphabetical order. So we'll have a little look at that in a moment. So we'll take it for now and we'll read it soon. Thanks.
Of course.
What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Well, as I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute 1 in 10 men, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone. And it works. If you knew you could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny, well, you'd bloody well watch him like hundred-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's brutal, of course, but effective. The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it.
Are you saying you're in favour of it? Where I'm from, that would be considered collective punishment, which is a war crime, or let's talk about something else. Now, at this point in the story, we're not entirely sure what the Golden Rule is yet, but he's saying it's similar to a punishment of 1 in 10. So, are you saying you're in favour of it?
What's done is done. I was forced to execute my brothers-in-arms, and those memories will always visit me in my sleep. But life is harsh, and I've come to accept my lot. As with the Golden Rule, I don't have any control over it, so railing against it would be like trying to stop the seasons or the tides. As Seneca the Younger wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. For he that is so wants nothing.
And then we can say the other one as well, so should we go for it? Where I'm from, that would be considered collective punishment, which is a war crime.
A war crime? Isn't that a contradiction in terms? As Cicero said, in times of war the law falls silent.
That's messed up. Our worlds are very different, or I agree with you. A war crime is a little bit of a contradiction, but I'll say our worlds are very different.
Seems that way. War crimes. Ridiculous.
Let's talk about something else.
If you like.
Of course, we are going to try and get as much information as possible, but hopefully it's not going to be too dialogue heavy. I know a lot of my playthroughs recently have been quite dialogue heavy. But I like to go through all the options. So we have heard that there's an election coming up. Who are you going to vote for?
Not that it's any of your business, but my loyalty is and always will be with Sentius. Unfortunately, I don't think my vote is going to make any difference today. See, Domitius has been going around town, shoring up votes for Malleolus with lies, bribery, and intimidation. The man's a savage, but he's a gladiator, so people fear and respect him more than they should. Sentius knows about it, of course, but he doesn't have the same rat cunning as Malleolus. This place will be different with that sleaze at the helm. But I try not to worry about things I can't change.
Can I help? That's too bad, or isn't that kind of weak? I think we would say, can I help?
I appreciate the thought, but you're new here, and I just can't see how you could make an impact in the time between now and the election this afternoon. In any case, if you're interested in the election, go and have a chat with Equitia, the Vestal Priestess. She'll be overseeing proceedings.
And we've got a new lead, Democracy in Action. So we can say, I'll be going now.
All right.
And we also have someone sat here. We do need to go and talk to the magistrate, but
Whatever are you wearing?
who is this?
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
What's your story?
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
I'm not from around here, or charming. We'll say I'm not from around here.
Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive mastery of our customs. Now, remind me, why are we having this conversation?
Do you know a way out of here?
Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too. Is that it? Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth breathers would just leave me alone.
Can I help?
I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies?
We can ask a lot of questions. Let's go through as quick as we can. When did you last see her?
It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it.
She was seeing someone?
I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me.
Why is that?
Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans.
Is it possible her lover was involved?
I don't know, but it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city.
Sentius, Sentia, Scintilla. Why are your names all so similar?
You really aren't from here, are you? All Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of branding us, like cattle to be sold at market. His family name is Sentius, so I'm Sentia because I'm the eldest, and my little sister is formerly Sentia Minor, but she is affectionately known as Scintilla.
You look surprisingly relaxed about your sister's disappearance.
Why? Because I'm on this couch and not pacing about the villa, wasting energy? I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance.
So, just an observation? Are you? Or I think you know something you're not telling me? At this stage, I think we'll say just an observation, because we have no idea what's going on.
If you must know, I'm here because my father has forbidden me from leaving the villa. I couldn't bear to lose you too, he says, as if he loves me, and not because he needs at least one daughter he can trade off.
That's all the questions I had.
So you'll help me find her?
Oh, we can say, alright, I'll do it, or I don't think so. Alright, I'll do it.
Oh, thank you. You should probably take a look through her room. It's the one just by the front door. Maybe you'll find something the rest of us missed.
I'll get right on it, or I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do.
Thanks. I'd appreciate it.
What do you think about the Golden Rule? We should probably find out what the Golden Rule is.
You know, some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing God who's watching everything we do. But what kind of an awful, incompetent God would let my sister go missing on his or her watch?
Fair question, or maybe it's best if you don't go insulting gods, just in case. I'm gonna say fair question.
Did you hear that? Curse you, you coward! Where is my sister? What do you have to say for yourself? No response. Nothing. That's what I thought.
So we can say that was reckless, or Well, at least we know blasphemy doesn't break the golden rule. Let's say that. But of course, we do need to find out more about the golden rule.
I'm telling you, this mysterious god of ours has to be asleep on the job. Either that, or, like people are saying, it really is just a children's fable my father is exploiting to frighten us into behaving.
I suppose we'll find out, sooner or later.
I suppose we will.
So we can talk more about Scintilla, but I don't think we need to right now, so I'll be going now, and we can talk more about Scintilla later.
All right, another time.
So, I just need to check my recording time. I definitely want to explore around, but we do need to speak to the magistrate. But I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. Here is the magistrate, I think.
Citizen?
Yes. So, he's just wandered off. We'll find him in a moment, but yes, I think that's where we're going to leave it today. So thank you very much for watching. Again, in the next episode, we'll talk to the magistrate about this mysterious golden rule. But until then, bye, Embers.